Welcome to Daily Overdose.
When you go through trials, when you go through disappointments, hardship, bankruptcy, divorce, separation, failure, eviction, firing, no one cares. People say that as if you were supposed to throw in the towel. No, the towel is thrown to you so you can wipe the sweat off your brow and go back to work.
Self-doubt grows when you engage in negative talk to talk yourself out of the things you want to be trying. There is so much pain in talking yourself out of trying things. Wasting years of your life really feeling this desire to try something and putting all your energy into talking yourself out of it.
Play the long game. Aim for legendary. Don't just say, I want to be world class in my dominant pursuit for a little window of time. Say, I want to have the guts and the grit to create enduring success.
You don't have to force yourself or motivate yourself to think negatively, to be depressed, to beat yourself up over the head. Your mind is on automatic. It will do that by itself. But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me.
You were born on the day, and you celebrate that. But there's another day coming. It's the day you discover why you were born. And the day you discover that, you will look back over every disappointment. You'll realize that you were isolated so that you wouldn't be penetrated by the opinions of others.
Belief is something, it's not, I can't tell you, oh, believe in yourself. That's a bunch of crap. Belief came from me getting up early in the morning by myself, no coach, getting myself up, motivating myself every single day.
All of our actions echo into eternity. Long after we're gone, our lives also have an echo. Your life matters. What you do in your life matters. You were born to do something great with your life. You were put here for a reason, which is to make a difference in the world. Actions of your life will echo into eternity. The question is, will that echo for you be a whisper into eternity or a roar?
The lack of certainty is what actually makes it worth it. Let's consider the alternative, which is that you are on the path and you are guaranteed to know that you're going to get the outcome. All of the mystery is gone. There is no excitement. Ancient Greeks would say that the gods always envied the mortals because their life was so ephemeral. They had so much chance that could happen to them. If you knew that you were going to succeed, it wouldn't be worth doing to begin with. The fact that you are uncertain when you start is what makes it worthwhile. And the fallacy of being in the pursuit is the worry or the concern that it won't amount to anything, because who you are becoming is the thing that you are amounting to in real time every day.
There's no better pathway to self-realization and the ennoblement of being than to posit the highest good that you can conceive of and commit yourself to it. And then you might also ask yourself, and this is definitely worth asking, is do you really have anything better to do? And if you don't, well, why would you do anything else?
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
You've never done something before. You expect yourself to be awesome at it. You haven't done the work. You haven't put in the time. You haven't put in the study hours. You haven't had the experience, but you expect to be good. And because you expect to be good, but you know you're not going to be good, you don't do anything. You want to be somebody who succeeds. You want to be somebody who builds something. You want to be somebody who people write books about one day. You are going to have to be okay with being bad for a long time.
I am one decision away from a totally different marriage, a totally different life, a totally different job, a totally different income, a totally different relationship with my kids. Your life comes down to your decisions, and if you change your decisions, you will change everything.
The reason most people fail is because they give up what they want most for what they want now.
You would learn how to thrive and survive if no one else was there to pick you up by the bootstraps. You grabbed yourself up by them. And when you got there, you realized that there were other people who have gone through what you've gone through, and there were some who have never got there yet. But they will, because you created the roadmap and the plan to win. Someone cares. Perhaps that someone is you.
And it doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter what you've done or who you were, except that all those things have brought you to this point, right here and right now. And right here, right now, you are only one step away from turning your life in a different direction.
Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go. Someone said we have two primary choices in life. We can either accept conditions as they exist, or we can take the responsibility to change them. See, a lot of people want to exempt themselves from taking responsibility. All they want to do is talk about the problem. No. You want to take responsibility for your life. I got me here, I can get...
Even remotely a savage, you will run these people over. It's all out there for the taking right now.
One of the hardest things that a person can experience is giving every ounce of themselves. Blood, sweat, tears, hours and hours of practice, dedication to perfecting the craft and improving, and not seeing the result. And going to sleep knowing that they're going to have to wake up the next day and go at it just as hard.
Take the pain and make it part of your medicine. We all experience pain. We all experience suffering. Many of us have experienced trauma of one type or another. And that can consume you. I mean, it can consume you. But it's like fire, right? It can consume you, but you can also harness it and use it for different things.
That pain that you have, the things that you're experiencing, is a plan, it is a blueprint for greatness. You've got to stop hiding that pain. You've got to stop holding on to it. Turn it around and use it for fuel to do something, to get somewhere, to become someone. Because the moment you come off of mute and you begin to open up your mouth and share your story, you'll find that there's a path to glory for it. You may not understand it today, but one day you'll look back over your life and realize the greatest novel being written are the words that you commit to the world.
You could be the person who's committed. You could be the person who says, this is going to fucking work no matter what happens, no matter how frustrated I get, no matter how angry I get. No matter what, I'm fucking doing this. Those are the people that are going to win.
Heroes and villains always have the same backstory, pain. The difference is what they choose to do about it. Villain says, the world hurt me, I'll hurt it back. The hero says, the world hurt me, I'm not going to let it hurt anybody else. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it.
Life. Embrace the journey and the process of life. You only get stronger hiking by going uphill. Nobody gets stronger hiking by just going downhill.
Is it worth it? is the fight worth showing up to. But ladies and gentlemen, if this truly is something that you want, going at it every single day should be worth the fight. It should be the long, late nights. It should be the early mornings, going through it even when you're tired, saying no to the things that tempt you, the sweet, immediate gratification, just to get a little bit closer to that goal.
When someone closes a door in your face, all you have to remember is when God allows them to close the door in your face, all God wants you to do is walk up the hall. It's some more doors. Hey, stop. The door is closed for a reason. Because God just wants you to walk up the hall because he got another door. It's bigger, and when you open it and get behind it, you ain't gonna believe what's back there. But you'll never get to it if you stand in front of that door crying.
But you have to accept the fact that you can set yourself a goal that you can attain, and there's not going to be much glory in it to begin with. Because if you're not in very good shape, the goal that you could attain tomorrow isn't very glorious. But it's a hell of a lot better than nothing, and it beats the hell out of bitterness, and it's way better than blaming someone else. It's way less dangerous, and you could do it.
Confidence comes from this, because the disease of lack of confidence is you're obsessed with what everybody else thinks about you. What are they going to think? What are they going to think? What are they going to think? That's the symptom. The disease is you're worried about your reputation with everybody else because you don't have a good one with you.
If your past self could see where you're at today, think of how impressed they would be. One of the greatest ways you can overcome self-doubt is to realize how far you've come. Maybe you're not exactly where you want to be, but you're a lot better than where you were. And the key is to wake up every single day, put one foot in front of the other, keep moving and keep growing.
If your reputation with self is exemplary, you're not concerned about your reputation with others. So self-confidence comes from one simple thing. It comes from keeping the promises you make to yourself. That's it. If you begin to consistently keep the promises you make to you, you will begin to stack upon that self-confidence.
You can do what you put your mind to. And if you continue to put your mind to it, the game opens up new levels. And each new level that gets opened up, you're able to adapt a different mindset and a different approach. You can stop at that level, or you can go, I want more levels. I want more fucking levels.
Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. The only way to become more successful than most people is to be willing to do something most people aren't willing to do.
Greatness is something that you have merited, but you have to merit it by going to battle. Every day is a battlefield of the mind. What you have to experience, what you have to endure to get through the school of hard knocks, to get a degree that will turn up the temperature in life for you and heat up the atmosphere and become the place that others find warmth in a cold world. You are going through something because you have to become something. Welcome it, embrace it.
Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted.
But you have to be willing to stick to this path. Commit to this journey. You have it within you. You do. And when you get to the end of it, you'll understand why.
Thank you for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video.